started on our backs today. Bend the knees, let your knees fall in, take the feet a little bit wider. And let the entire length of your spine find the mat. Tuck your chin down towards the chest a little, so you're nice and long to the back of your head. Take some deep breaths. Starting to connect with our breathing. Just noticing where your breathing's at today. If this is the first time you've been aware of that breath, take this time to tune in, ground down. Today's little yoga thought that I will start us off with is out of the Path of Yoga Sutras. And it's a simple saying in Sanskrit called Saucha. And Saucha means cleanliness. So in this era of information overload, just keeping up with everything can seem almost impossible. It is easy to live in a life that is so busy, there is never a moment to slow down and get a handle on everything. Yet taking some quiet time to take care of our body and straighten up our cluttered surroundings will support our progress toward healthy and clear living. Saucha is the personal practice of maintaining a clean body and a clean heart and mind. And for me, that's what yoga helps with, is dropping out of the headspace to keep that clean heart-mind presence. And also it's choosing which environments to place yourself in. So maybe you can think of some places in your life, like maybe this yoga room or your living room at home where you're practicing. How is this environment for you? Does it help clear up the heart mind? Does it take care of the body? Does it feel peaceful? Maybe some other places that you recognize you're not as comfortable in, maybe slowly removing ourselves from those places. It can even be a headspace sometimes when we get into those negative thoughts. Keeping Saucha in mind with us for practice today. We'll be intentional with our breathing as we cleanse our body, and intentional with every movement. We'll invite some movement by just dropping the knees side to side, windshield wiper the legs, breathing into the low back. And then pull those knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug, pull everything nice and tight. Feel those hip flexors, giving your massage, or giving your organs a little massage. And then we'll move into a happy baby. Go nice and slow, opening those hips, grab the outsides of the feet, and pull your knees down to the earth on either side of you. Maybe gentle rocking back and forth. We'll get back to happy baby at the end of practice. So take note, where are your hips at today? And then we'll release those heels back to the earth. Grab the back of your thighs and rock and roll up to seated. And you get a comfortable cross-legged position, rocking along your spine 3 times. Little self-massage. And then meeting in a comfortable seated position. Hands can be on the knees. We'll get into the neck. So we'll just take this head in nice big circles. Letting the head be heavy. And then the next time the left ear goes down towards earth, Yeah, the left shoulder. Take your left hand out a little bit of weight, as long as that's comfortable, opening up the opposite side of the neck. Nice big breath to fill the back of the spine, be nice and tall. And then release through center over to the other side, right ear, right shoulder. You can take the left fingertips to the right fingertips to the left ear, adding a little bit of weight. And then we'll let the chin drop to center, cross the hands to opposite knee. Let your spine arch back, tuck your chin down towards the chest. Breathe into those upper shoulder blades. And then coming back to center. We'll do a little spinal twist, so inhale those hands overhead. As you exhale, move your body to the right. Let the left hand land on the right knee. Right hand goes behind you. Chin follows the right shoulder. Inhale, find length. Reach your crown towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, back to center with those hands reaching high. Exhale, twist to the left at your own pace. Use your breath to guide you. Once you get into the twist, inhale, find more length in the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And back to center. We'll come into a butterfly pose. So we'll take the insides of our feet to touch. Let the knees drop out. Now we can start by giving ourselves a little foot massage, pressing your thumbs into the arches of those feet. So you're kind of opening a book here. Let the outsides of the feet touch, but the insides of your feet can stay open. Inhale, find length in the spine. And then exhale, bow forward. You can support yourself with those hands. Changing the distance that your heels are from your body. If you want to change the stretch up, more low back, the farther those heels are, more hips, the closer the heels are. One more time, inhale, find length, and exhale, pull a little deeper. Nice job lifting up. Let's come into staff pose. Just let those legs go long, right in front of us, reaching through the heels. And then we're gonna tuck some of that meat away. Try to get your sit bones on the mat. So just pulling forward till you can feel nice and connected to your mat. Flex those toes up towards the face. Same thing, inhale, find length. You can have hands on hips here. Exhale, forward fold. Try to keep a straight spine, and then when you hit that spot where you need to start rounding, that's okay. Release your forehead to the shins. Maybe pull on the ground or your shins or your toes to get a little bit deeper. Sorry, my songs got all messed up. All right, inhale, back up, and then we'll cross the knees, roll over the knees, come to tabletop position, however you want to get there. Finding stacked joints, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And begin your cat-cow practice. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine, let your head hang heavy. We're gonna be here for a minute, so take your cat-cows at your own pace, tune into your body, your practice today. Maybe there's something you wanna work on today. A certain pose, or building strength, or getting deeper into a stretch. You can set that attention now as we're tuning into our body. All right, take those hands a little bit wider and farther in front of where they are right now, and take that into hip circles, adding more movement to the spine. Go both directions. As far back as feels comfortable, as far forward. Couple more, move at your own breath. Really feel like your breath is guiding you. Don't have to think about it. And then find that neutral spine in tabletop position, bringing those hands back underneath. And then we're gonna take a funky core pose. So usually we reach out like this, but today we're gonna bend that left heel towards the ceiling, right hand to the back of your head, chicken winging that right elbow. Yep. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, pull the core nice and tight, and inhale, open back up. Exhale, knee to elbow underneath you, 5 total. Inhale, back up, keep the left heel high. 3, 4, last one. Nice job, drop the right hand, left heel stays back. On an exhale, lift your hips to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Breathe into the back of your right leg, kick that left heel high, and then you can bend the knee, take some hip circles. Breathe into the hip. Both directions, flex the toes forward to protect the knee. And then we'll drop back to tabletop nice and slow. Let the left foot go down and then the knees. Same thing, other side. So right heel kicks to the sky, bend in that knee, left hand to the back of the head. Exhale, knee to elbow underneath heel. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. 4, nice job. Stay strong. And exhale, 5. Open back up and then drop the left hand, 3-legged down dog, other side. On an exhale, lift the hips straight into the back of your left leg. You can bend that right knee. And take hip circles, bringing that knee nice and wide in both directions. Let the gaze be back. And then dropping to that tabletop. Both knees come down. Find that neutral spine. We'll move into a thread the needle. So on your next inhale, sweep the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, fingertips under the body, over to the left. Let the length of the right arm find the mat. Breathing into the outside of the right shoulder. Press your left hand into the mat to keep rolling over the shoulder. And taking a balancing pose, if that's in your practice today, you can lift your left leg. Return back to tabletop, nice job. Coming into that neutral spine, taking a moment to find stillness and symmetry, and then inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it under, reach as far as you can over to the right, and then let the arm come down. Right hand in front of your face, pressing into the mat to help roll over your left shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades opening, creating space. You can take that balancing pose if you want to lift your right leg this time. Welcoming all the wobbles, and then slowly coming back to tabletop. When you get to that stacked position, we'll meet in down dog, so tuck both toes. Exhale, lift the hips high to the sky, down the mat, settle your heels. Walk the dog here, 5 to 10 breaths to find our foundation in down dog. Spread your fingers wide, spread the palms into the mat. Roll your armpits in to face each other just a little bit, so we're not too hyperextending through the shoulders. We're strong through the shoulders. Belly button pulls up and in, tailbone tucks back, heels reaching to the mat, gaze is back between the inner thighs and maybe up towards the belly button. We'll bend the knees, look at the space between the hands, walk, step, or we'll take walk actually. First one, take walk, little teeny baby steps to the front of your mat, and then we'll meet in ragdoll pose, bend the knees, really heavy here. Let your belly down on the thighs. This is a big low back release, so you should feel it more in the low back than your hamstrings. Rock side to side here, swaying. To release different spots of the low back, shake out your head, yes and no. Not holding up the head, letting it hang heavy. Checking out this different perspective. then slowly we'll roll up one vertebra at a time, coming all the way to standing. Let the head be the last thing to come up, and then we'll take those shoulders up to the ears, let them roll back down. A couple more nice big rolls forwards and then backwards, opening up that chest space. We're meeting in mountain pose, so make sure those feet are still hip-width distance. Hands down by the side. Inhale, bring the hands overhead, and exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. So keep your hips facing forward, right hand back, left hand forward. Try to make sure your right hip didn't go back. Keep it forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Same thing, don't let those hips move. Just the arms and the gaze. Let the gaze go back to the left. Inhale, forward, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose, hold, plank. Press those heels to the back of the room, and then you can stay here or drop to your knees. We're gonna do a little core workout. Right knee, right elbow, tap it, send it back. Left knee, left elbow, tap it, send it back. Keep going for 10. 5 on each side. Keep pressing into those wrists, nice and long in your spine, or just holding plank. That's plenty of work. All right, last one, then lower down to your belly. Let your hands be under the shoulders here. Spread those feet a little bit wide, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release, chin to the mat. We're gonna do one more back bend. I'm not really doing back bends right now. I'm a little sore, so you won't see me do that today. But inhale, another cobra pose. You can come up to Sphinx pose on your forearms. Getting a little bit deeper, pulling yourself forward, lifting up. And then exhale, press the hands under the shoulders back to a dapper child's pose. Let those hips sink back towards the heels. Find length in your spine. And then coming forward through tabletop back to down dog. You can take those big toes to touch in the center line of the mat. And inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, give it a tap. And inhale the foot high. Second out, exhale, knee to chest, pull the knee high, and then lift the heel back to the sky. Third exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right foot goes back, coming into flip your dog. That's in your practice. You can bend the right foot, drop it all the way over to the floor, press the hips high to the sky, reach with the right fingertips, and return to your three-legged down dog. Keep right foot in the sky. And then exhale, plant the foot for low lunge. Right foot forward, left knee drops here. We're gonna settle into the low lunge. So your variations are with your fingers on the mat, or maybe pressing your hands into that front knee. Yeah, grabbing. I like to use a block here under my left hand to keep the chest lifted. Breathe into the front of that left hip. Inhale, find some length, pull your belly button back to the spine. Exhale, settle a little deeper. All right, next, exhale, half splits. Come all the way back with the hips, straighten into the right leg. We're gonna wiggle that right heel a little bit farther forward on the mat to get the most out of the stretch. Flex your right toes back towards the face. Another pose I like to use this block with under the hand to keep my chest nice and lifted. Keep folding over that right leg. Maybe you take an inhale to find length and an exhale to settle. Really releasing the back of this right leg. Next inhale, we'll come forward all the way to high lunge. So plant the right foot, lift the left knee, sweep the hands forward. First high lunge. Yes, make sure you can see that right big toe, so track the knee out. We really settled into high lunge here, working the legs. And then our exhale is going to twist us to the right, same thing we did for mountain pose. Right hand back, left hand forward. Let the gaze follow the right fingertips. And then we'll drop the left hand for easy twist on the inside of the right foot. Keep that right hand up to the sky. You're on the ball of your back toes. And then we'll move to side plank. Stack the right foot on top of left foot, or drop left knee to the mat, nice and strong. Keep that top leg lifted if you want. And return through Chaturanga Vinyasa, meeting back in down dog. Take your variation. Exhaling onto your belly or exhaling to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or inhale to cobra. And exhale meets us back in down dog. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Give it a tap. And inhale, lift the left foot. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it really high. And inhale, find length. Third exhale, left knee with left elbow, give it a tap. And then inhale, lift it back up, going right to flip your dog if that's in your practice. Otherwise, holding three-legged down dog. Press the hips high to the sky, reach forward with the right or left fingertips. And return back to three-legged down dog. Keep the left foot in the air. Exhale, low lunge, drop the left foot, drop the right knee. Nice job, so much internal strength already building heat. So settling into the low lunge, we're gonna be here for a few breaths. You wanna open up the right hip flexor. You can press that hand into the knee or use the block. Keep pulling your core in to protect that low back. We don't want to be curved in our low back. And then next, exhale, half split. Straight into the left leg and bring the left heel a little bit farther forward. So your hips are stacked over that right knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold over the left leg. You can do that as many times. Sometimes I'll do that 3 times. I'll inhale, just lift the chest a little, find some length in the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper to the stretch, just a little deeper than last time. All right, lift the chest. When you come forward, all the way to high lunge, come up on the back foot and sweep the hands forward. Settle into high lunge. Deep bend in that front knee. Make sure you can see the big toe. Still opening that hip flexor on the right side. And then exhale, twist to the left. Left hand goes back, right hand goes forward. Good job. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand falls to the inside of left foot. Keep that left hand high. And then when you're feeling stable through right shoulder, side plank. Roll onto the outer edge of right foot. Left hand stays lifted. Use those obliques, use that strength. Take the left hand to the mat, take it through your Chaturanga Vinyasa or skip it, knee and down dog. Use your breath to get there. And then we're gonna take our 2 feet as wide as the mat and walk your hands back. We'll come to a yogi squat. So let the hips go down to the heels. This should feel good on the low back. We're opening up the ankles here. We're opening up the groin still. So inhale to lift up with the chest, find length in the spine. And we're gonna start by pressing our knees away from us with the elbows. Try to stay lifted through the chest so we're not too much arched over. We're just nice and tall. And then we can take a wrist stretch here too. Just taking those wrists in circles, both directions. And then I like to end by pressing the back of the hands together. Nice counter for all the down dogs. Stay lifted with that spine. All right, since we're down here, I'll give you 30 seconds or so to play with a little crow pose if you want to, or otherwise just hanging out, taking any stretches you want. Place those elbows or the knees on the back of your triceps. Really glue them into your shelf. Beautiful. Nice job, Erica. Maybe try crossing those feet while they're up in the air since you have the crow pose. The next step will be going like this. Just adding different movements that make it challenging because you have a solid crow pose. Yes, nice. Try to lift one foot up at a time. Yeah. Nice. Sometimes the hardest part is just finding that shelf where it doesn't split. Nice job. All right. We'll make our way back to down dog. So walk your hands forward. Keep those hips high. And then look at the space between the hands. Bottom of your next exhale. Walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, hands come overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center, down by the side. Next inhale, powerful, lift the hands overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. And exhale, plant the hands. You can take it through chaturanga or step right back to down dog. Use your breath to guide you. If you're doing a chaturanga, keep those elbows in towards the body. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot for warrior one. So about heel to heel alignment, front toes forward, back toes forward, but more at an angle, sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in that front knee. Track the knee out, same thing with high lunge. And then we're gonna humble the warrior. So exhale your hands behind you, grip those hands or elbows. Feel the shoulders opening up, gentle lift of the gaze. And exhale, drop the chest on the inside of the right thigh. Pull your hands up and over, release your head, so release the neck. You can even shake out the head a little. Trying to keep that balance. Big, strong, humble warriors. And then inhaling back to warrior one, sweep the hands up. So exhale, we're going to twist to the right with those arms, same thing we've been doing, maybe coming up onto the ball of the left foot, so it's easier on that knee, yes. Nice job. And then the next pose here is a revolved half moon. Left hand drops in front of the right foot. Right hand stays high to the sky, left heel lifts. We're all twisted, we're grounding through one foot, lifting up with another hand, keep reaching, keep grounding. And then from here, nice and strong, warrior three, you got this. Bring the hands to your chest, keep that left heel back. You look like a capital T from the side. Nice job, drop back to a high lunge. Try and be nice and controlled in your landing, sweep the hands forward. And then exhale, drop the hands, step back, take it through chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it and knees down dog. Use that breath. Nice job. Inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale, release some heat. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot for warrior one, back toes out at an angle, heel to heel alignment, sweep the hands forward. Deep bend in the front knee, maybe we pull this hip back into its socket here. And then exhale, drop the hands behind you. Find that grip, whatever you have, hands or elbows. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, come down with a straight spine as much as you can, humbling the warrior. Release the head, pull the hands overhead towards the front front of the room, nice and strong. Release the hands, come back up to warrior one. Sweep the hands forward. Try to keep that warrior one leg position. And then exhale, twist to the left, coming up onto the ball of the back foot as you go. Twisting left hand back, right hand forward. And then revolved half moon, let the right hand drop it to in front of the left toes. Working on our balancing postures, building strength in the legs, squeeze your glutes together. And then warrior three transition. So your back leg probably won't move a lot, but you're lifting the chest, bring your hands to heart center. Really kick with the back heel towards the back of the room. And then drop to high lunge. Sweep the hands forward. Nice and controlled, lifting up, and then using that exhale to take you down to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring the right knee to behind your right wrist. Bring the shin to in front of, or as parallel to the front of the mat as you can. Walk the back leg back. First inhale, find a little bit of length, lifting the chest. And then exhale, really settle into your pigeon. You can lower down your forearms. If you like that thread the needle position, you can maybe even take your left hand over to the right in pigeon pose. Adding a little more spinal twist, shoulder. Yeah. Let the head rest comfortably. We'll be here for some really deep breaths. Settling into that right hip. Opening up. Check in with your breathing here. Trying to create that ocean sound, ujjayi breathing. We can take that off the mat with us even. If you feel like you're out of tune with your breath, trying to create that ocean sound instead of awareness. All right, lift the chest. We're gonna roll onto the right hip and bring our left foot all the way around to the outside of the right knee. Let the left knee stay popped up. We're gonna come into this final twist here before full expression pigeon. So try to get both hip bones even on the ground. Yeah. And then we'll inhale, sweep the hands overhead, getting ready for a twist. Exhale, go to the left. Left hand will go behind you. Right elbow kind of hooks onto that left thigh, your knee somewhere. Reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And then exhale, twist that chin a little more to the left shoulder. All right, we'll come back to center, coming to fire walk. So full expression of pigeon, stacks knees and ankles. This is another pose we kind of have to get that weight even on both sides of our body. So we press the hands into the mat, lift the hips, let them settle back down. The goal here is going to be to reduce that space, opening up both hips at the same time. So sitting up straight would be your pose today. If you want to inhale, find length, and exhale, forward fold. Slowly let those hands come to the mat in front of you. As long as there's no pinching or any sharp pains, this should feel tight in both hips, but not too uncomfortable. You can take that big release here. We're working on both hips at the same time. All right, lift up, uncross the legs. We'll do a little windshield wiper action. So take the heels to the mat and then just dropping the knees side to side. A little release in the back and the hips. And then we'll make our way back to down dog. So come over those knees, press the hands into the mat, walking back to down dog, find lengthen back in both of the legs, back in both of the legs. And then inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, left knee goes behind left wrist. This time, get that shin as high as you can. Walk the right leg back. Press the hands into the mat, lift the chest. Filling up. And then exhale, settle in. You can take that. Thread the needle if you want to take that right hand over to the left. It can be a bit much. Settling into left hip now. How does this side feel? Use letting gravity help us out here. Letting gravity help settle, release. Using your exhales to release. Last big exhale. And then press the hands into the mat to lift up. Move the weight into the left hip. And swing the right foot all the way around. Till it lands on the outside of left knee. Trying to get those sit bones both on the mat here, connecting to the ground. And then inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand goes back, left hand hooks. Or left elbow hooks wherever it can on that right thigh. Inhale, find lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. We'll inhale or just release back to center, and then coming to that stopped position. Full expression pigeon, firewall pose. We're stacking ankles and knees here, so if your bottom foot is more towards the body, try and bring it out. Or other option is a figure four. There's too much pinching in the hips or the knees, good option. So getting that stretch. So when you're ready, if this is your pose, stay here with that long spine. Otherwise, you can come forward, hinging at the hips, as long as it feels good in your body. Stretching into both sides. Big release, you can sigh it out. All right, push those hands into the mat to lift the chest, unwrap those legs. We're gonna roll over the knees back to down dog. And when you get there, look at the space between the hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center, down by the side. We'll come into chair pose, so bring those big toes to touch. Could leave some space between the heels. And then exhale, bend at the hips, sweep the hands forward. I guess that's an inhale position. Lifting up, reaching with the fingers, pull these low ribs in, tuck your tailbone down. So you don't want to be arched in the spine, tuck that tailbone down. Exhale, twist to the right. Let the outside of the left elbow hook onto the right kneecap. Once you have that grip, press the palms together a little more, creating twist, gaze goes right. Move the weight into the right foot, and then we're going to very gently come up to kickstand on the left toes. Lift left heel towards left glute. Balancing on the right foot, and then shoot the left leg back so you're in a high lunge now with the prayer twist. Keep pressing into those hands. Beautiful job. And then we'll inhale forward to high lunge. Sweep the hands up. Try to have that nice, stable high lunge position with the legs. And then transitioning to warrior three, hopping off the back foot, grounding through right foot. Reach forward with the hands. Use your drishti so your focal point is on something not moving. Standing splits, drop the hands to the floor, kick up with the left foot. Breathe into the back of this right leg. Did lots of work for us. And then gently we'll lower down to a pyramid pose. So let your left heel land 3 to 4 feet behind the right. Heel to heel alignment, left toes out at an angle. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold over that your right shin. You can release the neck again here. We don't have to hold up the head, so let the neck release. Pull your belly button up into the spine. Tune back into the breath. All right, we're gonna plant the hands on the front of the mat. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Take it through Chaturanga Vinyasa or skip it and meet in down dog. Either way, meeting in down dog, using your breath to get there. You know where we're going. Same thing, other side. So on the bottom of your exhale, look at the space between your hands. Walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing nice and tall. And then exhale, hands through heart center, down by the side. Bringing those big toes to touch for chair pose. Bend the hips, inhale, sweep the hands forward. Low ribs pull in, tuck that tailbone down. Sink the hips a little deeper. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the hands together, hook your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Once you have that grip, press the palms together, pulling your belly button up and in. Let the gaze go to the left. Move the weight into your left foot, kickstand the right toes, and then slowly you lift right heel towards right glute. Pause there. And then step the right foot back to high lunge with prayer hand twist. Don't lose that grip. You're nice and strong. Keep pressing the palms together. And then inhale forward, high lunge. Nice transition, guys. Nice and smooth. And then warrior three, kick the right heel up. Hands are forward, or hands can be at heart center, yogi's choice. Strong warrior three. Release the hands, standing splits, right heel up. Let the head go down to the left foot. Pyramid pose. Drop your right foot 3 to 4 feet. Heel to heel alignment. So if you have lines on your mat, your glutes will be in the same line. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold a little deeper over the left foot. Keep your belly button pulling up and in. You can release the head again here. Just a little shake. Don't have to use those neck muscles to hold it up. Beautiful job. Plant the hands, step back, take it through Chaturanga Vinyasa or skip it, knee in down dog. Nice job, guys. We'll drop to the knees and come onto our sit bones for some seated stretches. So I wanted to get into the shoulders a little bit more. So we're going to bring the right heel towards the right, or towards your body, as close as you can into this space. And then we're gonna push that right knee out a little bit and wiggle your shoulder in front of the knee. Now we're going to go for a bind. If you can't grab the hands together, today we're just going to grab your shirt maybe, or you can combine, give you a strap. But you're going to reach this right hand back, palm face up, let it go towards your low back. Left hand has a lot more reach, so use that left hand to get down to those fingertips. Do you want a strap? Okay. So you're still getting that leg stretch. So once you have the bind, inhale, find a little bit of lift in the chest, and then exhale, bow over the left leg. A lot going on here. All right, nice job. Lift up, release out of that. We're gonna let this right heel stay in towards the body, but let the right knee drop out. And then we're gonna take the left leg out a little bit farther to the left, yeah. All right, from here, we're gonna move into a TDQ stretch. Take our right forearms, sweep it across the floor over to the right left. Yep, inside, forearm and shin. Open the chest, and then inhale, right hand goes up and over to the left toes. Should feel a nice big opening in the low back on the right side. Still breathing into the legs. Let the gaze be wherever is comfortable for the neck. And then release back to center, come up to that tall spine, and we switch out the legs. So this time, let the right leg go straight forward and left heel comes into your body. We're gonna push it out just a little bit to the left so we can wiggle our shoulder in front of the left knee. Yep, nice job trying to get that left hand down towards the low back. Right hand really reaches back. Maybe you grip onto your shirt at first and wiggle your fingers closer together, closer together. If you have the bind, inhale, find a little bit of length. It's a small movement. Pull your belly button up and in. And then exhale, release, forward fold over right leg. All right, release up out of that. Coming into this same pose that we did on the other side with the left knee drop out and then right leg point out. And then we'll reach the right forearm this time over to the right shin. Open your chest to the side and then inhale, lift the left hand up and over. Left hand reaches for right toes. If you're pretty stretchy, you're down like pretty close to your knee, you can use the shoulder. I like to press the shoulder into the knee and keep the chest opening. And slowly we'll release out of that. Bring those legs together, grab the back of the thighs, and we'll roll down onto our backs. One vertebrae at a time. Hug the knees into the chest, wrap your forearms around your shins, give yourself a little hug. And then we're going to do a couple bridge poses here, building some low back strength. So bring those heels down to the mat. Make sure you can feel the heels with your fingertips. And then wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you. And on an inhale, lift the hips high to the sky, pressing through the heels. Wiggle those shoulders even closer together. Grab your hands underneath you. Press your chest up towards your chin. And release your glutes from doing any work. Feel that natural C-curve of the spine. We'll lift up onto the tippy toes, release the hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time. You can windshield wiper those knees side to side. And then we'll come into a second bridge pose. If you're feeling super bendy, you can go for wheel, or if you want a restorative bridge, you can just place a block under the hips. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips, press through the heels. Nice job. Grab those hands together again. If you're in wheel, beautiful job. Maybe coming up onto those tippy toes, see what that feels like. Play around with it, press the chest towards the chin. And then if you're in bridge, come up onto the tippy toes, release the hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time, wheels coming down as well. Let your entire length of the spine find the mat, and then we'll come to happy baby. Second happy baby, so noticing how much more open the hips feel now. We can rock side to side this time, really getting into it. Maybe even grabbing the insides of the feet, trying out happy baby with the different grip. Make sure your whole spine is still on the mat, so even the back of your head, the back of your neck is trying to stick with the mat. All right, we'll end with our spinal twist. Lots of spinal twisting today, so bring those knees into the chest and then let them drop to the right. Pick up those hips, bring them back to the center line of the mat so your left hip stacks on top of right. Let your right leg, the bottom leg, be a little bit longer, and then wrap your top leg around the bottom leg. That might help keep the weight over to the right. Try to keep both shoulders on the ground, cactus the left arm, and gaze goes left. Final spinal twist of class, big release here. Maybe if you set an intention when we were warming up with cat-cow for your practice today, tuning back in. You still have time to work on that intention. Gently come back to center. Find a neutral spine. So maybe you have to lift up those hips again. And then pull the knees into the chest, drop them over to the left. Spinal twist, other side. This time you want the right hip to stack directly on top of the left hip. So that takes some moving around, readjusting. Try to wrap the top leg around the bottom leg. Cactus those arms. The hard part is keeping both shoulder blades on the mat to get the most out of the stretch. Cactus the right arm, let the gaze go to the right. Breathing into your neck as well. And then letting gravity keep you melted down towards the mat. Last exhale, big release. And then bring those knees in towards the body, come back to center on your mat. And at this time, take any last stretches that's your body's calling for today. Any last stretches that's in your practice that we didn't get to, or repeating one we already did, it doesn't matter. Take any last movements. And then setting up for our final pose of class, Shavasana. Let those legs go long, toes roll out to the side. Bow the head a little bit down towards the chest. So you're tall through the back of the head. Hands can be palm face up to receive, or left hand on heart, right hand. Dedicating the next few minutes to yourself, complete freedom of any thoughts. Welcome to Shavasana. Back into the body by wiggling the fingers and toes. You can let the sensation above the arms and the legs filling your core. And then maybe opening the eyes, noticing what's in front of you. Reach those hands overhead like it's the first stretch of the day, and then use that to roll over onto your favorite side, using the arm as a pillow. Taking this resting position as the last time that we check in with our bodies while we're on our mat today. Carrying the practice of yoga off the mat with us, remembering Saucha, which is cleanliness. And then pushing up to a comfortable seated position. We'll meet sitting cross-legged. Hands can rest on top of the knees. Gentle bow of the head. Last inhale together, bring the hands overhead. And then exhale, bring it down to your third eye center. Bringing awareness to your third eye. For here we're all connected. Do your practice and all is coming. Namaste. Namaste.